Hello, this is the voice of Biafra, BVI Channel 1. You're welcome to Biafra Discourse. I am Asus Chinedu Peters. Biafran people living in Nigeria have been advised by Radio Biafra to observe a sit at home on 23rd of September 2016 instead of coming out on the street to protest. This turnaround is a welcome idea as it conforms with the advice the customary government of indigenous people of Biafra through the Supreme Council of Elders have advised our people, our youths, instead of taking to the street protest, they should completely avoid it because of the consequences and the porous nature of the Nigerian state, especially with the antagonistic nature of Nigerian security operatives against the Biafran people in Nigeria. But some youths considered the wisdom of our elders as an act of cowardice. Now let's take a look at some of the reasons why it is better to stay at home and observe the sit at home rather than to take on the street protest with respect to Biafran agitation for independence. Protest on the street by Biafra agitators since 1999 till the recent past has recorded more disheartening outcome than being positively productive. One of the downsides of protesting on the street is raising of fire blockades on tarred roads. Anytime people protest in Nigeria, the first thing they do is to raise fire barriers from tires, which the heat eventually destroys the texture of the road. From just a little mark, it degenerates into a huge pothole and complete collapse of that road. Protest is part of everyone's civil right, but Nigerian case is totally different, as the rights have bluntly been violated by Nigerian security operatives with impunity, which have led to the deaths of many Biafran youth protesters. The record of these deaths and casualties since 1999 till date is over 10,000 as estimated. The fact remains that street protest has done more harm than good to Biafra independence campaign. If properties were to be destroyed in the process of this protest, it is the properties of the Biafran people. If the road collapses as a result of bonfire made during the protest, it is the Biafran people that will suffer it, and so on. So the decision to sit at home is a welcome development, as have been advised by the Supreme Council of Elders of Indigenous People of Biafra long time ago. This is the reason why I commend Uchemefo, Deputy Director of Radio Biafra, for listening to the words of reasoning as advised by the Supreme Council of Elders of Indigenous People of Biafra. It reduces to almost zero the possibility of having any casualty or records of death, which we have observed in the recent past of various protests that have been engaged by Biafrans in Nigeria. Observing a sit at home is your fundamental human right. No one can take that away from you. And one good thing about that is that it is also a form of protest, which do not require any permission from any authority for you to observe a sit at home. The customary government of indigenous people of Biafra have reinstated their stance that Biafran independence campaign must be done within the ambits of law. You don't need to break up Nigerian laws in order to break up Nigeria. No, we need the Nigerian laws intact to dismantle the British colonial contraption called Nigeria, piece by piece. And I think every genuine and concerned Biafran should support all the lawful and legitimate means for Biafran independence campaign, irrespective of your group affiliation or your ethnicity within the boundaries of Biafra, which Brigadier General Joe Achuzie have acknowledged that one thing that is holding us back is lack of unity. Brigadier General Joe Achuzie made this known during a courtesy visit paid by principal officers of the customary government of indigenous people of Biafra, where he said that if only Biafrans can speak with one voice, there is nothing impossible for us to achieve. And those held in incarceration, in prison, Nnamdi Kanu, Ben Onwoka, and the rest of them will be released within a snip of the finger. What we need is unity. Unity of direction, and unity of purpose. I want to announce to the general public that the suit filed by indigenous people of Biafra will be heard come 22nd of September 2016 at Federal High Court, Owerri. This suit is between indigenous people of Biafra versus the federal government of Nigeria. Since that suit started in 2013, it has continued up till today, and that has shown that Biafra is a legal entity, because it is only a legitimate entity that can sue or be sued. This is why the indigenous people of Biafra customary government have advised all Biafrans to operate within the ambits of law in all their activities with respect to Biafran independence campaign. And Biafrans have been encouraged to acknowledge their indigenous identity as Biafrans without fear of molestation. This is a golden opportunity for all Biafrans to prove to the world that seriously Biafrans really wants to be free from Nigeria. And as well, every genuine Biafran should encourage and support all the legitimate and lawful means of agitating for Biafran independence campaign. The customary government of indigenous people of Biafra have continued to pursue Biafran independence campaign through international diplomacy, through court process, even political means, and every other legitimate means of achieving Biafran independence. To get more video updates, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, and don't forget to drop your comments. Follow us on all our social media platforms. You can join us on Facebook at Biafra Voice International BBI Channel 1. You can call +234 810420752, or you reach out for more information through our website www.ipobgovernment.org. Till I come your way next time, I still remain your humble servant, Asuzu Chinedu Peters. Shalom. When, I got you.